EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Houston Rockets. Houston controls the tap.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem, all of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. Brown with the three with a hand in his face.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own, the third overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Irving. Had him going there for a second. Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. Oh, he had it. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 3 now here in the first. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Al Horford, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Paul into the front court. His team up by 1. And the reward, he's going to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. To Jaylen Brown. Works it. Hayward to Irving. Boston with 4 to shoot. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
And now Houston has the basketball. It's denied by Horford.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Irving into the front court. They trail by 1. The drive right to the basket. A shot rejected by Capella.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you 80 million.
Hayward to Irving. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Shot won't go. Slams it home on the putback.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Houston takes over. Paul to Harden. Turns and slams it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Here's Irving into the front court. Down by 1. Nothing going here on that drive. He can't get past the defender. Kyrie Irving. First couple didn't go. That one is true. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
Irving to Jaylen Brown. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a look. Turn around. It's good.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Anthony to Harden. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. To Hayward. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Kyrie Irving, 2 of 4 now. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Surveys the floor. That's blocked by Capella. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Kyrie. Wide open look, won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a point. Celtics able to clear the board. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 for 7.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Fires the 3. Marcus Morris the rebound. Irving with the basketball. Leads 3. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Houston with the basketball. Gordon on the drive, but he can't get it to go.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Paul with it up top. They trail by 7. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Deep left corner to Irving. Oh, he had him there for a second. Irving to Marcus Morris. For 3. Contested shot. Marcus Morris can't hit. Paul gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it. Within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Irving. Short jumper won't go down. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
I got him. Good trap, good trap. Ice. I got him. Trap. Got him.
4-3. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Irving. Nice pass to set things up. Goes to the right side. Nice pass to set things up.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
New blood coming in for both sides. Tucker. Shot blocked by Morris.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. From long range, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found his second life.
Kyrie Irving. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Irving. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's Rockets ball.
Hey, lock up. Get him that way.
Going to launch beyond the arc. 9 points for him to start the game. He's hit 3 threes in this first quarter. Lights out from downtown.
And defensively, you have to stay in these guys' pocket. Force him to be a driver rather than a shooter.
Irving to Rozier. Goes to the left side. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knight into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Got it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Curling inside. Irving to Rozier. Lets it fly from long range. What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
Marcus, the younger and higher scoring of the Morris twins, really made his mark with his team on the defensive end. When you think about heart and soul, maybe becoming the Draymond Green for the Celtics.
Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2, out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Carter-Williams. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
That ends the first quarter with the Rockets in front. One quarter in the books, and Jay, naturally, both coaches wanted to get more stops. But boy, was that fun to watch.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Now it's Harden at the controls. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Marcus Smart. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Harden into the front court. Leads 1. To Capella. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. If he's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
Anthony, that's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career.
And knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's the Celtics with the rebound. To Marcus Smart. Shot from in close, no good. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 42, subbing in for Boston.
Harden. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Boston with the basketball. Tosses. To Anthony. He gets it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Short jumper stays out. Harden in possession. Up 6. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Nene to Anthony. Beyond the arc for 3. And Carmelo Anthony, he won't miss those. Hits the wide-open 3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense. The shot, almost. Harden with it up top. It's a 9-point lead. Clint Capella. He's 2 for 2 now.
You know, Clint Capella was not expected to be this good of a player. but it's because of all the offseason work he's put in the gym with John Lucas, who's the head of player development for the Houston Rockets, that now he finished second only to Victor Oladipo as far as one of the most improved players in the league today.
Irving. Boston with 4 to shoot. And he buries it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harden with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. Anthony. Rebound pulled in by Hayward. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Here's a chance from long range. Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
It's James Harden once again. Fires the 3. Al Horford snares the rebound. Irving into the front court. Down 6. To Harden. Fires the 3. It's no good. Shots not going down. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Here's Irving into the front court. They trail by 7. And the finish at the rim. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find the two-point shot relevant these days.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Hayward to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul into the front court. Leads 5. Anthony gets it down to Capella. Clint Capella 3 for 3 in this first half.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving to Marcus Smart. And Carmelo grabs the rebound. Rockets in control of the basketball. Anthony to Paul. Has a chance. Count the basket.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101.
Watch cut, watch cut.
Irving to Hayward. Finishing inside the paint on that one. You look at Gordon Hayward. Who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards.
And a putback slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Irving to Marcus Smart. Gets it in the left corner. Tatum buries it on the catch and shoot.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
To Irving. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Hayward to Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Hayward now a steal as the Rockets have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had in opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Marcus Smart. There it is, Al Horford. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Harden to Paul. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Count the bucket for 2.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession now.
Harden in possession. Lead stands at 7. Anthony to Paul for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Another shot won't go either. Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen. Anthony with the rebound. Paul into the front court. His team up by 7. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Short jumper off the mark. It goes down. He improvises and scores. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Shot by Carmelo, no good. Irving with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Finish that. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Rockets with the lead.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rockets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Celtics are still very much in this matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track.
Bench points. The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Kyrie across the timeline. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Horford. Oh, had him going there for a second. Horford to Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Nice pass to get things going. Celtics have it. Hayward. To Irving. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Spins and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Harden. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Irving. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Harden knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
To Irving. Boston with 4 to shoot. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And Carmelo Anthony, he won't miss those. Hits the wide open three.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Celtics come away with it. Irving. Tatum. Buries it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
What a save. That's hard work right there. Tucker to Harden. 4-3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Hayward. Layup goes down. Well done. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. And they called a foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Lockup time.
Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Irving to Hayward. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. Can't miss those. Kyrie with the rock. Now a step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now Paul with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Horford. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Oh, whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Anthony. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Got it. Harden into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. And he hits.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Irving to Horford. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Al Horford trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And he's got the free throw as well. Rockets have the ball. To Anthony. The shot blocked by Brown.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Anthony to P.J. Tucker. Count the basket at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Here's Irving into the front court. His team up by one. to Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Hayward. From long range, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Goes to the left side. Paul, yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Gordon with it. His guys down 3. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Turn around, it's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And now Houston has the basketball to Anthony. Short jumper won't go down to Jaylen Brown. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Paul with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Anthony, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Irving to Jaylen Brown. Oh, he had him there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own, the 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Gordon with it. His guys trail now by 4. Anthony. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Nene, he's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 66%. Off the mark on the first free throw. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Into the front court, it's Irving. Leads 4. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul across the timeline, trailing by 4. They go down low to Anthony. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws.
Hey, good shot.
To Irving. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throws good for Irving as he finishes off the 3-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. Paul into the front court. 5-point game. Tucker. To Paul. Nene to P.J. Tucker. Shot blocked by Morris.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Shot clock winding down. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Great pass to set it up to Marcus Morris. Lets it fly from long range. What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
Irving with the basketball. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. To Marcus Morris. Has a look. Brown shot, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Footer at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Celtics have the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Irving. Message received. Well defended. Knight into the front court. The margin standing now at rising above the rim. A Carmelo Anthony special.
Ooh, is today Throwback Thursday? A little flash of the old Melo right there.
Celtics have it. Irving. Tatum. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Gordon with it. Down 5. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Marcus Morris. Oh, he had him there for a second. The rebound comes down to Paul. Knight into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. It's Tatum with the rebound. Kyrie across the timeline. Up 5. Lobs it up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
When Kyrie Irving went out, we saw Terry Rozier become that guy for the Celtics, hence even getting the name Scary Terry. No doubt about it, he may be a starter eventually, and that may be a conundrum for the Celtics.
They get it down to Paul. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
From the outside, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Rozier. Cashes in for two.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Gordon with it. Right now, down 7. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Curling inside. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Oh, Baines with the rejection.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Irving into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Deep left corner. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, had him going there for a second. Kyrie lets it go. Knocks it down from mid-range. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
To Jaylen Brown. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Irving. Around the perimeter to Rozier. Trying to cash in. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Cruises inside for 2.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
With that foul, it's number 6. He'll be watching the rest of this one from the sideline.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Harden to Anthony. Short jumper off the mark. Boston with the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Defense making the ball carrier work. To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Carter Williams to P.J. Tucker. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Terry Rozier trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. It's Harden. Brings the ball up to Anthony. To Paul. Harden. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
To Horford. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time. Harden with it up top. His guys trail by 10. Short jumper stays out.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Capella. Clint Capella. With that, he's 5 for 9.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's denied by Horford.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Rozier with it. The lead stands at 9.
Shot.
And the rebound taken down by Houston. Paul to Anthony. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Tatum. Not easy.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Paul. Short jumper misses. to Hayward. And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Gets it in the left corner. Hayward. That's off the side of the rim, short. And counted at the rim.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Has a chance. Tatum shot misses. And he'll go to the foul line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. Now Paul with the basketball. Down 12. Well, the Hunt shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Oh, he had him there for a second. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Tucker to Harden. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Horford. There's the toss. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Harden to Capella. Count the basket inside.
You know, Clint Capella was not expected to be this good of a player, but it's because of all the offseason work he's put in the gym with John Lucas, who's the head of player development for the Houston Rockets, that now he finished second only to Victor Oladipo as far as one of the most improved players in the league today.
And count the basket inside.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on his free throw. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
No good on the set. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. He knows he needs his bench. Brad Stevens turns to his reserves.
All right, come down, come down.
And the basket good at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Now here's an intentional foul. So free throws coming up in what is an 8-point ball game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Paul. Rebound taken by Baines. To Marcus Smart. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
The Celtics got the win in a nail-biter, and it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Rockets lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, Everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Kyrie Irving put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.